Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. Down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Fire down these two. Here we go, team, get off the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
15. 52. Let's go, Ty.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And right away he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. The big fella. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes now on 1st down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mahomes now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
We own them. Inside.
Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
X3, 218, chop.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 29, Mahomes. He won't go down. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Crunch time, defense. Slant. Go to 50. Go right.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
No. 258. 54 miles. Let's get the ball. Mike's 54. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10. Under yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow. I go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Undercrush. Box it. Inside.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Exit. Back 30. Bang. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Jump out. Shit.
Rodgers will try again on second down. That's caught by Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. 17-0 our score after one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watt. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is first and goal from about the 8. Eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 48 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. On play action. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third down. Rodgers again now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shamar Stephen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight. 3 down. Yellow. 51. Echo. 51. We got it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And Diggs has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now Mahomes. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, take 26. Give me some. Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Mike, 54. Live.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Plant. Mark, 55. Hey, let's get some pay.
To throw again. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
Watch out. H3, 218. Chopper.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, 43. Let's go, baby.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm on.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gray. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Yeah.
Hey, Haywood.
Second down and goal. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Hey, take 26.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go. Mike.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimeous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Packers 33.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kicked.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Sunday.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And again, it's Mahomes. The throw complete to Beebe. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Mixing score, Packers 33, Vikings 14.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I got him. On me. Inside. Hey, seam 6. 55. Mike 55.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
We got this.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's going to be a long day, Arthur. It's going to be a long day. Check 43. Check 99. Check 99. Alert 3.
Rodgers now going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Zoom.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go. Right now. You got 58.
To throw on third down. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. That's taken on the 25. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On the crossing route, complete. It's Watkins.
Keep playing.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to... And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Mahomes now to throw. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Get that quarterback! It all comes! He's checking! Hey, flex! 26!
On first down, Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Back one. Here we go. 58.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it to Williams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
318.
54 Mike.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, pop. Watch the edge.
Hey, Mike. 319.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the ends. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's second down.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Senator, 319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check, check.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go. Here we go.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. Letting one go deep for the ends. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Keep going.
Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Over. Rush in. Slam. You go tight. Over.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Smith. Mike 54. So don't say nothing. Whip. Watch the whip.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Mahomes firing complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Hey, switch gears.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
He's got a man complete. That he's in to the clear. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Vikings pick up the football.
That's our ball, baby. Going the other way.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Slam.
Hey, 57 colors. Hero 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's 2nd down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you.
Rip.
Shift.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Watkins that time, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 20.